In Michigan, a mother already sentenced to life in prison is suddenly back in court, demanding another chance. Her name is Shanda Vander Ark, and she was convicted in one of the most heartbreaking child abuse cases the state has ever seen. But now she claims her lawyer failed her, and she wants a brand new trial. This is the tragic story of 15-year-old Timothy Ferguson and the legal battle that refuses to end. July 6, 2022. Norton Shores, Michigan. First responders arrive at a quiet home after a desperate emergency call. Inside, they find 15-year-old Timothy Ferguson unresponsive. Timothy was autistic, with significant speech and motor challenges. His life was already difficult, but what investigators discovered made this case unforgettable. Timothy weighed just 69 pounds. The medical examiner ruled the cause of death as malnourishment and hypothermia, and the manner of death, homicide. News of Timothy's passing would soon trigger one of the most disturbing investigations in Muskegon County history. As detectives pieced together Timothy's final months, they uncovered a pattern of mistreatment inside the home. Court records presented at trial described Timothy being denied proper food, subjected to harsh punishments, and living under conditions no child should ever experience. Prosecutors argued that this wasn't one bad moment or a single mistake. It was a consistent, systemic pattern that slowly broke Timothy down. The community watched the case unfold in shock. How could a child quietly suffer for so long? And how did no one know? Investigators eventually brought charges against Timothy's mother, Shanda Vander Ark, setting the stage for a courtroom battle that would leave Michigan stunned. In December 2023, the trial began. The courtroom was tense. Witnesses, experts, and investigators shared months of evidence detailing Timothy's life inside that home. It didn't take the jury long. After just over an hour of deliberation, they found Shanda guilty of first-degree murder and first-degree child abuse. 1 month later, in January 2024, the judge delivered a sentence that reflected the gravity of the crime. Life in prison without the possibility of parole, plus 50 to 100 years for child abuse. The judge stated that the suffering Timothy endured was intentional and systematic. His older brother, Paul Ferguson, was also charged. He later pleaded guilty to first-degree child abuse and was sentenced to 30 to 100 years in prison. For many in the courtroom, justice had finally been served. But then, everything changed again. Nearly 2 years after her conviction, Shanda Vander Ark is back in court, fighting to undo the verdict that sent her to prison for life. She now argues that her first lawyer failed her and made decisions she never approved. The legal process to review this claim is known as a Ginther hearing, a Michigan court procedure used to determine whether a defendant received effective legal representation. Her former attorney testified about his strategy, including moments where he admitted to presenting arguments she claims she did not authorize. The judge questioned the decisions, the strategy, and even Shanda's understanding of her own case. More witnesses are scheduled to testify before the court decides whether she deserves a brand new trial. For the family, for the community, and for those who followed this tragedy, the question now is simple. Will justice stand, or will this painful case be reopened? As the hearing continues, the court will soon decide whether Shanda Vander Ark gets another chance before a different jury, or whether her life sentence remains untouched. For many, Timothy's story is a reminder of how vulnerable children can be, and how important it is for justice to protect those who cannot protect themselves. His memory continues to echo through every courtroom appearance, every legal motion, and every decision still to come. If you believe Timothy's story deserves to be heard, help spread awareness. Like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the latest developments in this case. And let me know in the comments. Do you think the court should grant a new trial? Why or why not? Thank you for watching. And remember, justice may be slow, but it never stops moving.